Hello, welcome everyone to JLABTV. I am JLAB and this is Football Manager 2021, the Youth Academy Challenge with Siena. If you like this kind of content, be sure to like this video and to subscribe to the channel. It really does help me out a lot. We're looking at this message that we got about a player called MacLeod being poached by Padova of all teams, and I couldn't quite believe it, but I assume that they went to this team because they thought, I'm going to get more game time here when I go through the academy. And honestly, I don't know. But they've only got $3,000 to their name, which is a bit concerning if you were Padova. I'd say that, despite the fact we're over $1 million in debt now, and that's concerning in its own right, as I'll show you in a bit. Actually, yeah, 1.8 million in the red. We have lost 1.2 million already, and ooh dear, this is bad. This is really bad. I think we've already lost $1 million this season in terms of money, which is a bit concerning, and I don't know how to fix this outside of maybe letting people go and being sold. I mean, we're spending $500,000 on wages. Oh yeah, the bonuses, that's what cost us, the bonuses. Yeah, bloody hell. Why did I think that was a good idea to get the bonuses out so eagerly? $1 million bonuses. Christ almighty. But we've had a few games actually since we last met, and I've actually given a new contract too. So Roberto Bondi wanted to leave, and now I've given a new contract which sees him being paid 3.3 grand a week. And I am regretting this idea because I thought I don't want to let this guy go, thinking that he's going to be irreplaceable, and quite frankly, he is. But at the same time, 3.3 grand is a lot of money for someone who is not the best player in the team, quite frankly. I mean, yes, he got 16 goals and 11 assists last year in the league, but that's beside the point. He's very good. He needs to be very consistent, and we need to get a lot of goals if we wanted to do well. I mean, he's got 3 goals and 1 assist this season, so it tells you we've had some decent progress with him, doesn't it? Let's see how we got on in the last couple of games. So the first game we had since we last met was actually against Pisa, the team that beat us 3 times last year. We beat them 3-0, and Andrea Kaluki with his first of the season getting on the end of that rebound opportunity. And then it's 2-0 after Fofana gets himself clear and he finds Jack Oliver, who is not going to miss an opportunity like that. Beautiful finish, beautiful set play, and we then make it 3-0 in the 78th minute of the game. Fugazi finds Barbini, who finds Bondi, who scores his first goal of the season with that effort. A lot of bookies we have, and I need to look at this and say, can we improve on that? Because we picked up a lot of bookings, 6 of them in this match. We won the game, but we need to start tempering our aggression, I should say, a bit more, because some of the players are getting booked for silly reasons, I feel like, and it's getting frustrating, to be completely honest with you. We then took on Cosenza and we beat them 3-1. Fofana with that delivery to Oliver to give us the lead. It was a very good ball through, and then Fofana takes this corner just before half-time, and it's 2-0 after Brazzoni gets found by Bondi. Very good situation for us. We do concede a goal just before the 70th minute of the game. It was a bit annoying, honestly, but we found ourselves making it 3-1 later on after this effort because we just wanted to push on. DiBiase finds Brazzoni, who beats the keeper to the punch. Not literally, but he gets his head to it first before the keeper can get to it. We were the better team. And again, an issue we had to pick up is the bookings. We've got 4 bookings. I might need to tinker my tactic a little bit to stop the bookings from happening so often, you know? We then took on AC Virginia and we beat them 6-2. Yes, our biggest win of the season so far. That we got 6 goals for the first time is impressive as well. Oliver scores again. He is a goal scoring machine for us. Remember the last 2 seasons where we got 20 plus goals every year? I think he's going to do it again. Fofana with this finish though, solo effort, gets all the way through to the end, and it's now 2-0. And I'm thinking, well, we should be good, right? Should be very good. AC Virginia make it 2-1 with this ball, and Marola reached the finish, and I'm thinking, yeah, we should be able to defend, should be fine. 3 minutes in the second half, it's 2-2, and I am thinking to myself, wow, have we literally let this lead slip? No, I mean, the 4 goals kind of tell you the whole story. We didn't let this slip, but we had to tinker a little bit here. But Conte finds Bertieri 6 minutes in. He's come off on the bench. Good start for him, his first of the season. He gets goals every so often. And then we decided after the 70th minute of the game that actually, we're just going to go and do what we want. Finds Fofana with that effort from Pellegrino, and we went positive instead of attacking, and it just worked. Because in the 80th minute of the game, we get the ball back. Bertieri on the ball now. He plays it across to find Jack Oliver, who scored with that effort. 5-2, and it's then the 91st minute of the game, and it's 6-2, and it's a hat-trick for Jack Oliver after Conte finds him. And honestly, I couldn't have been happier because I generally thought at one point we are going to let a 2-goal lead slip. Now we just responded in kind and beat them down 4 times. So another good victory. And better thing about this is we only had 2 bookings. So maybe my fears of the bookings wasn't going to come true after all. Hopefully. Also, 35 degrees in this game. How hot do they want it to be in Italy? We then took on Juve Stabia and we beat them 5-2. So 2 games in a row, we've got 5+ goals, but we considered 2+ goals. The first goal we got was very lucky. It hits the back of the goalkeeper after it hits the post, and it's very unfortunate with the keeper. And in the 28th minute of the game, we find Bondi because, well, Bondi is very good. That is a very good finish from him. Barbini's had a lot of assists this season already. They then make it 2-1 in the 58th minute of the game. I will say, defensively, we've looked a bit frail at times in the air. It's one of our weakest areas defensively. I need to really see what we can do to stop that. We do make it 3-1 after Brazzoni gets in the end of that, and, well, Fofana gets an effort on the rebound. It's 3-1. But they make it 3-2, and I think after this goal, I go back to positive again. I feel like positive is actually a bit better for me this year. It's a bit lucky that it comes back to the player, but the fact it's 3-2, and it's 78 minutes in, means that we decide to just go ahead and say what we wanted to do. Oliver gets his head to that, 4-2, and then 18 minutes in, we get the ball back again, and it's now a really well-worked goal, actually. After Couture finds Fofana, and he finds Oliver, 5-2, 2 goals for him, and, well, we were good on this day. We did have a lot of bookings again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bookings, an issue we need to address, and I think getting stuck in is not the way to go. Also, the play instructions we have for this tactic also tells them to get stuck in, but that's beside the point. I need to start looking at this and saying, maybe not a good idea. Also, they had a red card in the 92nd minute of the game, but we would have got 5 goals at that point, so it didn't really matter. It would not have changed the impact of the result, honestly. So this game was honestly the most disappointing result this season so far, the 2-2 draw against Sub 2L, and that's saying a lot because we actually went ahead twice. Oliver with the first goal, but they equalised twice. This was a free kick from their point of view, and we can't deal with set pieces at times. If it's heading, we can't deal with it. It feels like at least up in defensively. Barbini finds the Fantozzi, who does get his first of the season. Keeper should do a lot better with that, quite frankly. But we just don't seem to do well. I wish I knew why. Because we need to do a lot better. I mean, that's a very good finish, but really, we need to be doing a lot better than what we've been showing so far. The fact that their player got 2 goals is annoying me. But we had another situation where we have 3 bookings. I think our problem, and it's going to show up in the next 2 matches, is we get too stuck in, and I might need to tinker my tactic a little bit. It's frustrating, but I'm going to have to do it at some point. We then take a Barry, and we actually lose this game 3-2, but we do take the lead after Barbini plays it across, and he finds Roberto Bondi, who's got his 3rd of the season with that effort. And I'm thinking, yes, we could do well. We had a red card very early in the second half, and you will see in a bit why it's got the red card, but they get an equaliser after their Conte scores, and they make it 2-1. And I'm honestly just thinking, wow, we've literally had a horror show because of a red card. That being said, though, we actually brought on Scabato, and he actually did something productive here. He plays it across and finds Oliver for his 8th or 9th goal this season at that point. And Scabato gets an assist, but unfortunately, despite going very defensive to try and hold on, we do lose this game 3-2. The numerical advantage doesn't help, and the fact that they were better positioned for that cross doesn't help either. We were just terrible, and the red card absolutely hindered us. Canturo got booked in the 3rd minute. Look at this. This is what I mean, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 yellow cards, and a straight red. And Bazzoni got given the straight red. So for me, that is a massive concern that we can get this aggressive and then lose our heads. I wish I knew why, but again, I just need to think about how am I going to do this in a way that just doesn't take away from our desire to do well, because it's affecting us defensively now, and we need to do a lot better than this. I think what makes this worse is the fact we took on Brescia and we lost 3-1, but only after we took the lead. Canturo finds Lucchini, who gets his 1st ever goal for the club, and I'm thinking, yes, very good stuff. They get a penalty just before half-time. It did hurt momentum for us, unfortunately, and then we had a red card, and the red card kind of told itself a story, and honestly, keeper should do better with Marcelo with the finish. However, We just considered the second goal just 2 minutes later, and we just didn't cope. Marcelo with the ball forward. It's a very good ball. I can't even be upset with it. But Tondu with the finish, 3-1. We got stupid. The 2 red cards in 2 matches, and it was actually after the red card that it just collapsed. We did not cope with this. This is the red card in question, and I'll show you why I'm frustrated with this. Because we know we can do better. We can do better discipline-wise. But we were content. We were in control. Yes, we hadn't scored a second, but we were definitely not a terrible team by any stretch of the imagination. We're getting the ball. We're doing ourselves justice. We're keeping it. And Lindsay plays it, but then he goes for goal. It's been denied. Okay, that's fine. We can do more of this. What can we do? Don't do anything stupid. Just keep your head, right? Easy, isn't it? You just got to keep the ball, keep your head. But then Lindsay does this, and I'm sorry, that is just infuriating, especially when that causes us to concede 2 goals in just a few seconds afterwards. For me, that was the moment I decided, I need to stop this. I need to change my tactics. 1, 2, 3 yellow cards and a straight red. For me, the fact we've got the players on getting stuck in and tackling harder is hurting us more than anything else. And we've conceded so many goals in the last several games. It's ridiculous. The worst part is, before those 2 defeats, we were actually top of the table. So the fact we've lost 2 straight games has hurt us in domestically now. We're down to 5th place where we finished last season, but we've conceded 15 goals. Oliver's got 10 goals this year. But even without those goals, we have just a +1 goal difference. We've conceded so many goals now, and it's actually starting to frustrate me. I mean, Barbini, look at how many assists Barbini's got already. 7 assists. He's been instrumental in that regard. But Fantosi's got 6 yellow cards. The amount of players are in this list that have got so many yellow cards is ridiculous. Fantosi, 6. Conte, 4. DiBiase, 4. Colucci, 4. We're getting so many yellow cards. It is stupid. I wish that they would stop being stupid with this. Because we've only played 9 games. And the fact we've got 4 players with 4+ yellow cards is bizarre. And it just tells me we're being too aggressive defensively with our tackling, and we need to start being smart about it, because if we don't, we're just going to cost ourselves any chance of getting promoted, especially if we're going to go get sent down to 10 men. So we're actually going to go and change my tactic. I don't want to change it, but I'm going to have to make this up. So we're going to have to go ahead and make a brand new tactic from scratch. I will take a screenshot of this tactic though, because I want to see what we can do. We're not going to use any play instructions either, because quite frankly, it's infuriating to say the least. But attacking, we can do more. We're just leaving ourselves exposed defensively as well. But at the same time, I'm going to clear this. We're going to take that, and we're going to take this out. They want us to go route 1, so 4-4-1-1. I don't think it works, personally. I don't see the 4-4-2. I want to have 2 strikers. That is one thing I will want to have. But what we're going to do, I'm going to show you what I come up with afterwards. So let's see how this ends up getting, shall we? So in the end, I've actually decided to go with this tactic. It's a bit silly, potentially, on paper. But it doesn't really change a lot. With what we're doing now is having a super keeper on defend. We're having the fullbacks as the same. The back four remains the same, honestly. With a box-to-box midfielder and a deep line playmaker instead of advanced playmaker and a ball midfielder. We have the wingers staying the same role and the pressing forwards in the same roles. However, we're still on attack. What we're doing is passing into space. We're running at the defense. We're having a higher tempo and we're working the ball into the box. Is it smart? Probably not. But that's beside the point. We're doing what we did before. Let's distribute to the forwards because they are the strongest areas of the team. We're going to counter and we're going to counter press as well when we have the chance to do so. We're going to be very high with the pressing, use ton of marking, prevent the goalkeeping distribution, but we're not going to get stuck in. We're actually having a lower line of engagement, which may come across as a stupid idea. We're also having a standard defensive line while forcing the opponents outside. We've got the talent to really cause some damage. It's just a matter of making sure we do this properly. I'm not going for the small direct passing. It's not really something that I feel like, while it works, it's not the best thing in the world for me, and I know we could do more on this. I would also try and play for set pieces, but we don't have the best set pieces in the world, so it's what we need to work on. What we're going to do, though, is test this out against a team that's in a very low position in Benevento. They are currently in 16th place, so a team struggling at the beginning of the season. We've not won, well, we lost the last 2 matches, not won the last 3. They've been unbeaten in the last 3, so we're going complete opposite directions in terms of how the season's gone at the moment, even if we are at the opposite side of the table. We need to test this out. We are going to go very hard in instructions, so forcing players a weaker side. That's why we feel we need to do. And they want us to go cautious. I don't really want to go cautious, but we can go cautious if we need to. And if we needed to, we could absolutely make the deep line playmaker more defensive-minded. If we needed to, this is something we can absolutely do. And actually, looking at the players here, maybe deep line playmaker on defend could be the better course of action going forward. So we're going to do that. Deep line playmaker on defend. Whether this works or not, I do not know. But we are going to try and make sure we don't have any incidents. Actually, looking at him, he doesn't like the idea of dribbling less. So let's go deep line playmaker on support for now. If we need to take him out, we can have Canturo come in and just do some damage. He's not had the best season, Canturo, and it's a bit frustrating when I know that isn't the case. But Canturo, I think, will be that kind of player that will come in this position. Conte will do this. He'll be his own little role, deep line playmaker on support. He can be a defensive midfielder too if we need him to, but I'm not really so sure I want to go with that idea. I'd love to do Regista at some point, but right now, probably not the best idea in the world. But he's also left-footed, so it's actually his best side. So let's see how we do this tactic. It's literally something I just named at the top of my head, and hopefully we can do well. I mean, I hope we do well, because it'd be kind of silly if we do this tactic change, and then we just lose comfortably anyway. But there you go. Okay, so we've got a goal kick. This would be the test to see if what I'm doing is going to work or not. Because we're doing a different line, a different idea, it may not actually work, but it'd be good to see if we can get this going. We've changed, we're not going to play instruction roles. We had that before with the other tactic, and we get the ball blocked here. Here's Bondi. Trying to play it forward to Oliver, who's going to get to this first. Can Oliver get to this? Yes, he can. Goal number 14 this season for Jack Oliver. He is on top form again. 11 league goals this year already. He's been ridiculous for us. I like the fact that we can go not so high a line of engagement and we can still do this danger. We have not really gone direct either. We're letting the players decide where they want to do, but it still works. 1-0. Conte plays the ball forward. It's not the best ball in the world, but it's more of a clearance than anything else. If we can keep our heads, keep the idea of the defensive line not being high, and they've got an opportunity to get behind already, and Tortilli denies. So vital to have a very good striker and a very good goalkeeper in the team. So important for us. We need to do more than we've shown in recent games. The fact we conceded so many goals has been ridiculous. And we've got an opportunity for this throw. Here's Bondi now. Can Fantozzi do something with this? He's playing the box to box. Midfield is kept on going. Fantozzi goes for a goal. It's just one of the posts. They've got a throw. Whether going attacking or it's going to hurt us, I don't actually know. I think it's what potentially has done some damage to us in the past. But they've scored, and maybe it is that, actually. Maybe it's the mentality. We're going too attacking, and it's costing us. We're getting the goals, but we're conceding goals too. And I'm going to go a bit more positive now and go down from attacking. So hopefully this could work out. Offensively, we're not in the best positions. He just gets free of his man. That's literally what he does. And it's enough to make it 1-1. I've got the ball, and I'm actually concerned about where it's going to go. But we get it back. Here's Oliver now. Finds Bondi, who is a very good talent. Finds Fofana. Keeper denies. It's a bit annoying that we've not scored. Or we've got on target, hopefully, at least. But it's a bit frustrating as DiBiase. I just realised I haven't changed the tactics for the corners and throw-ins. That might be an issue. That's definitely an issue. Okay. Scapata's on. Okay, so 1-0 up, not been the best. We've lost Fofana, who is actually kind of important, to be honest with you. But we want to get more. We need to get more than what we've shown so far. Serbi's been disappointing. Conte's actually been decent as a deep line playmaker. So maybe that's what we need to do for him from now on, to get him some good performances. Because advanced playmakers don't get the best performances, it feels like now. And it's a bit annoying. But maybe it's the deep line playmaker we need to go with here. Got a goal kick. I'm still concerned by whether or not this will work. I will be honest. But Bazzoni's on the ball, and we've got to do something with this as Bazzoni plays it. Look at the space that Bondi's got, by the way. Oh, that's a great tackle, actually. It was just a very heavy touch from Bondi. He's going to play across to Conte, who finds Buzzoni. I thought he was offside, but he wasn't. It was just a very bad miss. Wow, okay. We're definitely doing something. We can absolutely do some damage if given an opportunity to do so. And I'm actually going to take off Serpi. Both our defenders have been really bad, and it's actually frustrating me, knowing that is the case. We got a free kick, and Fantosi's about to take it. I have a lot of faith he can get this on target at least. Oh, he did, and it was a keeper that had to make the save. Very good effort. We've not lost a Benevento. I think we beat them twice last year. I'm a bit annoyed by the fact we've conceded the goal. Here's Bazzoni. And we've gone for the shorter corners again because I actually missed those. Bazzoni plays across and Bondi's not able to get to it. Okay. Oh, God. I'm concerned. We're going to concede from this. But Barbini gets rid of it. Here's Oliver, who we know... Look at the talent we've got coming rushing forward. He's still going. He's still going. Come on, Oliver. Get this on target. Get a goal. Yes, he's got a goal. It's 2-1. Brilliant from Jack Oliver. Without him, we would have nowhere near as many goals or as many points as we have done in the last several years. He has been the main man to do everything for us. My favourite player, and he's got 80 plus goals. He's going to get so many goals in his career. We keep him in the Serie A. I will be so happy we get in the Serie A and we get to keep him and he stays with us every single year. So important for us. Jack Oliver, his importance cannot be understated, and the fact we've come ahead and won 2-1 in a game that I was not 100% sure about and I thought we might have issues with, that is a huge, huge step in the right direction. Thank God we got a win, and the yellow cards, only one. That's what we need to do. Maybe this is the tactic we're going to go with. It's the same formation, yes, but we changed the role slightly, and Conte had a decent game too. Apart from the defenders, everyone did their job perfectly, and that's what I'm looking for. And with that victory, we've got up to third temporarily. Actually, it won't be temporary. We can only be as high as third. We can't get any lower because the teams below us who've got a game in hand are not going to catch us. So we will be in third place at least. 10 games in, 19 points out of the veil of 30. We've dropped 11 points already, but that's fine. If we can keep this up, we know we could do a lot of damage this year. And how long is he out for? 4 to 5 weeks for Fofana to be out for. He's very decent talent. He's not the best. I mean, he's not even considered good enough for this division, apparently, but he is still very important to my plans. And I'm actually going to make some more tactics, actually. But Oliver, if there was one man that we need, he's got 12 goals in 10 league matches this season. He's been ridiculous again. 80 goals and 112 appearances for the club now. I could see him getting 30 goals again. I really can. He is just one of those players that turns up when we need him to, and he's beautiful. He really is. What we're going to do, though, is actually end this here. I hope you guys have actually enjoyed yourselves. Hope you guys will like and share this video. And that you will subscribe to my channel. It really does help me a lot. So anyway, until next time, goodbye and well, good night.